Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning, beautiful day, July 26th, 2023. Today, na July 26th, 2023. You see, Salon people, over the past few days, when they get enough time for the, sit down, analyze the situation, watch what's in the happen. You see, because in thinking they can finally not to all ten now you know more than at the pitch they play. You say one one ten can sit at the stand, like they watch down for see what's in the happen. You know, say easy come to the cash where you didn't stand. Easy for see how the ball for pass. Yeah, for pass the ball over under. You know, But what tell we something at the pitch, bruh. You know. Yeah. We decided. Right. So of course,
By the way, talking about that, comrade, you need to admit what you go see the other day when you go watch. Now, so you talk back to you for don't
I know I'm boss, even I know I'm boss my secret. I know I'm boss a secret.
Hold on, my talk. If you don't say where, now the first thing I do, we go watch you, right? Yes, that's why you tell me they talk that though. Talk about what you go see. Talk what you see, comrade.
Okay. You want to go see the injury? Na injury now go see you.
No. I wasn't injured that day.
No, I've been losing again for injury because the way I see the looker. The other week, like even 1 week, so don't get injured. Now I go see.
I tell you. So I think I understand what's in the happen. It look like say comrade. Now also Jamai don't play ball, we go play ball, lot of mercy. All side war, what skill not there, the skill all lost first.
No, the man is go play. The ball come on and do. The was hold the ball, what tap and then they can't play, that's the can't play, just can't watch this.
Look at come in our investor. That tap the ball lower.
Look, the man, then they go and say, I don't come back, I watch this professional. I don't think they try to be like I watch it today.
I tell you. But you see, a lot of people, so over the past few days and weeks and months, 1 month long ago, so, Comrade today, SFNEC announced the elections, say officially, 2 days later.
So Ibrahim, if you say announced, now today they make the rudeness.
Okay.
Now today they complete the rudeness, that's alone.
Absolutely.
Because when they say no to election, this Ibrahim, election, people let they vote. Rigging is allowed by election. But we will tell us not to rigging Ibrahim, na rudeness. Because rigging, they go call the soldier, this almost person vote here, they manager. When I will begin to say, no, but this one Ibrahim. The thing clear say even the blame, even the more not talk because the more that's another and the religious council, and then don't talk now say no thing. This night we pass back. Ibrahim, now today the rudeness complete na salon. The day to the 1 month 26. Then we used to the man and policeman and say, man can say I record result in a both case. And we say let's say it may be both case. This result na salon. Then we reverse and back we make first election.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. When you talk so, but like we come here to talk about the rudeness. Seriously, it is complete rudeness.
It is.
At least it's representative now from the ECSL, 98.1. I'm not sure whether it was today or yesterday, where they made the interview and say, okay, so if when I don't announce the results, where is the data? We justify an announcement. The arrogance from these guys thinking that what they did is correct. Ibrahim, it's mind blowing. It's beyond imagination. The way these guys in the talk, like I say, waiting and do it within the confines of the law. Yep. Like how you announce the results. Then I think it was Kadisha or Mabel when they asked them, say, okay, so why the results not come out? They not publish the data. Why the delay? And again, the court will say, oh, it is not a delay. A delay is when you get a specific time, you don't actually pull up, but the law not give you a specific time. But excuse me, you announce something based on like a particular document. That document must be published. In fact, if available straight away after the announcement or even before the announcement, if we're not available. So, Ibrahim, the arrogance and the way when these guys in the talk sometimes, you want to say, what can you expect? People they don't get one combo respect for the people of Sierra Leone.
No. How do we get respect? Where people like the running mates of the APC party, since the election, the political party gets a stance. This man has never come out to make a statement. Somebody waiting in a parliament for 15 years. They rig election the way they rig us. So Honorable Cheno Majuba Cherikoko has not said a word after the election. But you know, when they reach the Kashi, you know why the ECSL misbehave so? Because they're not get serious people in that country. They for stand up and protect the democracy. That is why these guys in the behave the way they behave so. It is a sellout.
No, it's the case for every institution of that country.
Absolutely.
Every institution, what they've done, they do not get no respect. Nobody they check.
Not at all. But you know,
but the way they actually check any institution of that country, what they feel or do, now they do. Now they're on brought up picking them like institution in that salon. They're on brought up picking. When nobody they control, you know they're under control, Ibrahim at all.
Absolutely.
That's it. Some picking and they on brought up where they take control.
Yes. If you meet up the right person.
Those government is still government. So again, they still the government. Now look at the core defenders of democracy. The core defenders of democracy that the civil society there. Don't look at the Joseph Sano there, their statement there. Don't look at the Andrew Davali there. Don't look how they place themselves. These are the core defenders of democracy. And then for report, accurate report, the only person that we don't come up inside the Namasala Samba. No, what's happening? Even if they don't want travel, they're almost stop at an airport. Say no for go. So Ibrahim, if the core defenders of democracy don't become so tribal, you know, let me tell you something, Ibrahim, any nation, we embark on tribalism. That nation don't be a doom nation. They're the head for it was. What's in happening at Salo Ibrahim? With the talk and go to Kankana, so it's starting at Rwanda. Not to see there is nothing the way it can happen at Salo. You can have accidents. Ibrahim will not get here by accidents. So accident they are not talking to accident the way they by the overspeed. You should say the Mutkali passenger. They know the Ibrahim. If you go Mutkali for them. The driver no get no can we commit. When the person is self responsible, not to by accident. And Saloon, like the first time this you see time, people then can collectively, from politicians to state institutions, them to civil society, them they can collectively for make rudeness and people their life. This is a collective work and so. Every state institution, Ibrahim plus politicians, then cut across both opposition, incumbent, they all come together. People will be respected. Look somebody like look at. So, not to say that by mistake, we not care by accident, not to place not to earthquake, for a natural disaster, will not be no, the sleep, bring car, most like no. Now, a process will be the sea, the water, and people in the sea, no, left, and don't know what they know, it will solve, and so, see, and we don't solve it so. But I was on tree then. Now, the Johnson box, I see, push, and see, at the wall, and at the wall, we know they will not say again. Yeah, when they bounce back, this goodness as a lump of politics, over 60 years, that they end in this river, so this thing will be, like, will be.
You know, comrade, you see, we can't go inside all these issues very deeply. You know, but I'll just take this time quick. Let me wish you brother happy birthday. Brother Osha White, we wish you happy birthday, my brother. We know say, you know, today that your birthday, and let God continue for guide and protect you. You know, you're one of the Sierra Leoneans them we watch. We pay close attention. We know a lot of una way. Some of una we're not ever able to talk to una yet, but we want to say we dey watch una, we dey pay attention to una. So anytime we get information and news like say una birthday or something along that line, we'll definitely reach out to una. But we want to say it's a lot of you guys. We appreciate una effort, everything you've been doing. You know, educating Sierra Leoneans them. You know the small ideas where you get the things that you share around and all that stuff. Then we want to say we appreciate una and we appreciate you, brother Osha. Happy birthday to you. Let God continue for guide and protect you. Let God continue for make provisions for you, my brother. Let God make the salon we want. Let we all get her, because that is what we fight for. Not for we now, but for we picking and grand picking them and great grand picking and tomorrow. Let we get a society where they go get everything where they deserve as human beings. Then go treat them like a mortal man. Them, you know, that is what we're all fighting for. So one for wish you happy birthday, brother. And also comrade and Kashi go out for Rob Small More Day and everybody else when they celebrate birthday. We're our fervent listeners and supporters of us. Happy birthday to you and every Sierra Leonean out there. Go ahead, comrade and Kashi. With the side issue, we can talk about it.
Exactly. You know, as you say, Ibrahim, with brothers and sisters in Salon, we never did it. They will say, you know, go celebrate that day. Because you know, see what's happening at Salon today. You know, the evil get the zeal for still make anything. But equally, one is opportunity for which each and everybody will get birthday today. When a Sierra Leonean, they listen to me happy birthday, but they take this specifically to brother Osha. You see, most of that road is reason so they will not one day talk to them by phone or not sabi the expectation because they have cannot see one day. So maybe Ingo sabi we based on pictures them publicly, but we not sabi them. But we they follow them and then also follow they read the compilation. We see we message it for over the 5 years. it is sinking, and let's say they help for for transfer the message, even like communication, where you give this person and they give this person, and we don't see the effects of it inside this election. We see the people them, how they stand up. We see people in the church, in the in the prison with them. So it gives motivation to say, you know what, we keep doing what they do, so we ready to
Oh yes.
And continue this trajectory, because Ibrahim, the 201 billion alone, the generation wait for Kartik after we. Ibrahim will retire sooner than they talk about this law. But no one lay after we, people are begin for find them. So people like Usher the kind, they said they try for come up, other people come up. So now so country, now so Singapore grow. Singapore, they make a successful reign, leadership reign. Among the other, they can turn next president, they get a vision. Then Singapore come also from Jordan, they come to first one. So we say this fourth industrial revolution will first strike first now for end the promotion. And people like Usher, wait till that day. The brother would they wish let God continue for you long life everybody. Let God give you more ideas. Lord, even can pass with my ideas and let you God give the strength for me to able to resist. Like no bad politician will be in place, because this 5 years for you still up. Nobody in place you. That means we are heading for a better. So my brother today, enjoy your day, happy birthday.
Absolutely.
You know, Ibrahim, like when they talk about, these young minds, I can listen and follow them quietly, like the way they talk on social media. Forget the fact that, like defending us, like, that's not even, because, like if you defend we the wrong things they want to say, Mr. Steph go vex for now. But, Ibrahim and
Gashi, you mean if we say wrong things, Gashi? You mean if we say wrong things? You mean if we say wrong things, that is support people and wrong things? Like for example, we say go kill police, they go support. We say hey, go kill.
Exactly. Ibrahim, that's what I'm saying. Because the thing is, like, the fact is, we could well say something we agree with or whatever, right? Right. But you see, Ibrahim, the way this young man they talk now, their social media, and they see at times just because they defended certain things, the way he go talk, say, but this is wrong, blatantly. Like, look how how it possible for make the international community can bet for we this and that. And Ibrahim, it's Usher's birthday today, right? But another young guy where they all too. Like, at times I can feel sorry for this young man. After you go see other they go and then start for him, then he come and say, hey, but go, is anything wrong with you now? For me, they see certain thing there, they say a blatant say it is wrong and it's not right, and this now real feel good talk them. Ibrahim, I can follow the young guys there, yeah, and they tell you one thing, I can say, Salon, they change, we slow. If even we fast for change, like Bokupa Nentin there, where they talk like it today, we don't get over it. Like for many politicians and they request for me and pay them for making they take good action. All the things that Ibrahim, if we Salon people be fast enough with all these things that we say on a daily basis, Ibrahim, like trust me, politicians Salon for change very, very quickly to the rest of Africa. Absolutely. It's only with change. But you see this young man, Ibrahim, this Usher, I'm telling you, this is a young man we actually need for watch. He's going places because at times they want to say you really did a Salon, and it's not to disrespect Ibrahim, right. But the way this young man they think, it's like I say, like it follow the Western politics. Absolutely. It know what politics mean and all that thing that they life supposed to mean to every citizen.
Absolutely.
But anyway, Usher, happy birthday to you. I don't want to love it too much.
Absolutely. Yes, Kashi, you said something just now, and comrade, and this is one thing one noticed by a lot of the young man and young woman in Sierra Leone. When they talk, it is like the reverse. If people like Nadende overseas, then some of the one they were overseas when they talk, if like Salon and they've never seen exposure. They don't understand nothing but what we talk about. Like when you talk about electricity, clean drinking water, good roads, healthcare, access, picking them, how they picking they live life, all that stuff. When you listen to some of them guys they have with brother and sister in a tongue, so God and this day you go feel say why and then they overseas, and then with some of the one they overseas then talk Lord have mercy. Wonder how this reach now. So that's the sad reality. That is the sad reality. So we're proud of these guys, man. We know say that is why it's worth the fight every day, no matter how slow we take them. We might not be at a rapid pace again. We're going easy and, they watch cautiously and see what's in the happen and come in and step in when we need to. But people like those, brothers like the Ushers, we sister them, the Yayos and all of these people, people, again, Kashi and Comrade, say we begin calling him the problem because now, but every one of you guys, don't yourself, you guys are wonderful. You are wonderful, yes. You guys are wonderful. So keep it up. Usher, celebrate your birthday. You see, Comrade, Kashi, Comrade, they talk something about the fact that, I'm going to, for Luca, across, Africa, look at the Singapore case and all that scenario and all that stuff. Then and then we see with brothers and sisters, the matter of fact now, the rest of Europe, where we come out from, the Belgium, the Germanys, the Holland and all that side, and they will come out, come and get the protesters and get. It was wonderful again. Want to say many thanks to all of them out there for the many sacrifices that they've made. We know say some man we not able to come out there, for one reason or the other. They know, but the one day we come out, we see the kind of a turnout. It's sacrifice again. These are people, a lot of them, not to every one of them, a lot of them, not to party affiliation, not to APC or SLPP, Kerry and Godi or whatever the case is, then go there for represent Sierra Leone. A lot of these people, they don't get no hidden agenda or nothing like that. They just know say the case will all the facts. Now, one message we get. We see the elections I go. We know say it's not credible. The international world don't see say not credible. Everybody they ask, where did this aggregated data? All we want is a rerun of the elections. That's how long people they ask for. As far as we know right now, we not get a legitimate government. There is no government in Sierra Leone. The way they happen so right now, it's like Kwashiorkor government. It's not representative of the people. When you see the parliament idea, it is not representative of the people. We know say we want a rerun of that election, and we want to make sure say when in the announced results now, polling station for polling station, and we tabulate that data all the way from the district, the region, to a reach side for reach at the headquarters. That is what we want, and that is how elections for go. Because again, democracy is the power of the people, for the people, and by the people. So we know say the demand is very simple. So people and all us want to focus on. It's very simple. We want a rerun of the elections. We want a disaggregated data. Then we want to see the breakdown of everything to how we get to how NEC come and announce the results what they want. But we need a rerun of that election, and we go back all the way through. Because when they talk about even the registration process, and Kashi and Comrade, when they talk about institutions, they talk about the civil society organizations. In a serious country, Usai Unasi, when section 86.2 of the Constitution, we give the opposition leader, we say 20% of the members of parliament, if they ask, the speaker shall. The leader of the opposition at the time, Comrade and Kashi, I know say not a go by election analysis, but I cannot help myself. This position where this boy begets is a very powerful position. If with democracy, today, this guy contributed to the failures of which we would endure so delicate today. Forget this kind of useless, thing where they happen in our country, where we're at a stalemate, we're at a standstill. The lives of our people are not moving. The leader of the opposition of the APC gets enormous powers at the time for make sure say all this foolishness stop. Can you imagine, Comrade and Kashi, what's happening so right now with parliamentarians not going to parliament? Can you imagine if at the time when the APC, they remove 10 members of parliament, if this leader of the opposition be sit out, not a party, no party, it is telling party point blank, I am in charge of parliament, I am going to sit out. We know they can't inside this parliament until they reinstate with members of parliament, or we get an election, a by-election for each of those seats, and they will lose until we know say yes, we know window election in the back. The SLPP then go and win the election and in Ghana parliament. Now the only tower they come without ECOWAS to interfere. This is how democracy before run. The example before run set from that particular point in time there, the SLPP not for each so. And then they go back inside the registration process. And then they go inside would for even do boundary delimitation. Waiting this man do as the leader of the opposition, would have for all the civil society organizations them to task in parliament. How much they call civil society organizations? Kashi, it's difficult for me.
When you look at everything where they go on, because we get to elected today, now people beef, mother be ego. Now people again, it goes back with Papa and Parable, small piece. Now in the smell process. You see Ibrahim again, the Papa can they say that go to say that you get for thought. No allow and make it go inside poto. Ibrahim, this who stage where we did show like today, it goes back like what you did try for talk. Like when like the ECSL begin, the ECSL show we the Dabawu business long time ago. Ibrahim. Was it not on this platform we always they say make the what you they talk so 20% of like the MPs can actually ask the speaker and what in the constitution say the speaker shall mandatory
absolutely
for call 20%. APC had, is it like just over 40%, 41% representation in parliament at the time?
Yeah, about 39.9, 40%. Yeah.
Yeah, go on. Sorry, what you going to say?
No, say, yeah, you're right. 39.9%, 40%, 40%. Yeah. Go ahead,
Thank you. Ibrahim, this guy, we always will be the same. We not begin to expose Madabio long time ago by calling.
Absolutely. It's so sad, that you want to come and talk about issues now.
So, yeah.
Go ahead, Kashi, go ahead. We lost you temporarily.
Yeah. We not begin to expose Madabio in unconstitutionality long time ago. Yes, it's sure we are, but the opposition did not act for exposure completely. Because when women
not begin fact, so we go add for hot fire, bruh.
That's true.
Not begin that today. Stop here. No, begin this threat. No, this threat. No, take a past 2 hours just now because this was one start so.
I'll limit. God, man.
What one start so? When I say because if we can't do just now, well. Say Ibrahim okay go down, we'll see because Alex also don't do one talk stuff. This threat, no can start. No can start this threat.
Comrade.
Because the team who they talk so, we don't tell them so let's not each other accidents. We are not say the team who they say this week here. Now this still the campaign. All man will not each other accidents.
You have begin.
No, let me say no starter. Because we don't tell them so not each other accidents. It's hard for you to talk to you and not rob more this small. Because it's very difficult for all explain it here. How they see President Bill goes, then they becoming no set now 2 picture like picture because the live on social media now and the publisher put 2 years ago. Imagine the president is snap put 2 years ago now line don't like say like now I know Ibrahim now me and you for snap Anthony so there's go begin poster because we go see that people like the president head of state then they snap so then they take for jubilate to see if they are blind in the talk like say that nobody don't recognize them. Snapping them and they snap with anybody I like police and go don't go the long year platform for talk at least and God then it I mean then ambassador who's kind of people that they just still don't long that you and everybody that
exactly
so that are you so Ibrahim is this alone but it will end Ibrahim this rudeness is the end this not to politics is that rudeness and now we that people are life at the cost Ibrahim from what they got result to today. Now God know how to survive in a salon. Wait to more than tell me right now, Ibrahim. You know, say rest in the same rest of salon over 1 million. So rest in the over 1 million for bag.
I can imagine.
So rest in the right now, Ibrahim. It's like over 1 million for bag. We me,
Wow.
Would they now with the 50 no more? Yes. The sales of rest in the 950, Ibrahim. The unlucky the hardest BBC. If you put 2 cup rest in the platform no more. Adverts are none of the cheapest one 670,000. None of the cheapest one now will be see if you put up for adverts are like what? Imagine Ibrahim.
Yeah.
All that is so imagine now this will not say to will not say sugar now. Sugar me I'm very much for I don't know by the Catalans because sugar now 1,140,000 per bag. Hey Ibrahim. Remember the walnut sweet and 2 color too. Because the big one let it refuse to most salon because then no thing for do. Well, imagine now if people are beginning investment left for salon now. Cheaper than stop for sugar salon. The world tight to the economy. They left for it themselves. So you see, but all that day now Ibrahim Nas institute and make country. Look this country at today. Yeah, where the man is not for you looking out for say the for other people and pay. Because they say the world is going to hardship, so they pay not for left like that. So you buy the $4 at street minimum wage is at $4 street from 12 pounds to 16 pounds per hour. They add because they know say that in matter we would have talk for we. All that they talk for we they say let they try the last days of parliament. They say they forgive them money, special allowance for medical $5,000. They forgive them $50,000 for end of fee. Then make us know maybe start I said because why the success that's why I'm saying why I did that.
You see, comrade, I think in a nutshell, since I don't want to go deep again inside all this, I go back say they don't be 1 month to the rudeness, like how you talk about, where NEC perform this rudeness. The leader of the opposition, who was the running mate of the APC party, so this day in 5 years, and not in a BBC, and not in a VOA, and not in Al Jazeera, and not sit on a AYV, You know, sit on a SLBC. Eh, boo. Salon people, una self, I don't know. For let we get somebody like a dandy, where we're not able to get them on the records, for come out now and defend and protect this democracy. This democracy where people don't die for. This democracy where they cut people they hand for. This democracy where they pit the woman them belly them for. This democracy where they cut people they hate them for. This democracy, they like today brother the Ibrahim Basi Kamara them. When now like we don't see 1997 when the AFRC come, when the SLPP government they torment them then come and join and they kill soldier man them. They stand up, Johnny Paul, they stand up. They say enough is enough. Then take over power. We don't see now. We don't understand all these things. Waiting they happen. Now in they happen. So now similarly. But then the information not there, education not there enough for let people understand and see. Now we see so we brother the Ibrahim Bazika and then jail today. We get people like Cherry Coco. These are stakeholders that are supposed to stand up and defend and protect this democracy, for protect the rights of citizens, them, for make sure say we get the kind of a democracy what they look for. No, go back to also who come out 20-something years ago. Now man, this in 5 years.
Ibrahim, as difficult as it is, you see like what comrades say, and it is not even right for we on integrity and reputation for the sea. Then we just say we don't want to talk about it. It's not even right for with integrity and reputation, because people will say, well, what are they for? It's like when they cover in them. Although now the timing we they look at, you know, but Ibrahim, you see, like comrade they talk say restaurant don't go 1 million now. Ibrahim, again, I begin read that book, The Ant Hills of the Savannah. Ibrahim.
Oh yes.
Chinua Achebe actually say, Nigerians are what they are because their leaders are not what they should be. You know, Ibrahim, like if all these things when they go on, let's go up because the leaders are not what they should be. Ibrahim.
Absolutely.
You know, things are therefore hard because the leaders in a salon, because we leaders are not what they should be, Ibrahim. Because the institutions are not what they should be, Ibrahim. You see, as you say, even though we try to manage, you know, not to talk about these things, it is as difficult as it is, it even come across like I say, well, what's the point in you guys being on social media, like I say, when they talk about things that we're right? Because like when they try to say, oh, let me wait, we don't want to go into this, we don't want to go into that, it's like we really, you know, they put me integrity on the line, Ibrahim. But as difficult as it is, maybe some people will see, like I say, you know, maybe we just they say it is the timing of it because we get something slightly bigger. But like the thing we're bigger, the mess we're into, it all come not an earthquake. It's not a natural disaster. Like what they completely say. We knew about these things. This was something where ECSL showed to us. This was something where Madabio showed to me. This was something where the military showed to me. The police, you name it, the judiciary, the parliament. Show up to me, Ibrahim.
You know,
you know, to make we pass in the wound. The wound hospital live by nobody and they better than me. What's been in the body before they stitch you? You already get pain. If it doesn't go to bonical stitching, they feel more pain. That's why the pain reduce. That means the death in the body. What's happening as a lot right now, all gather stone on our hands. That means we see when because this will say would try for the cover. Don't look from the shock because this is a shock. This amount of rudeness, nobody probably we will not see it therefore happen. We will not foresee and say they might do this thing, we will not stand up. But the amount of rudeness we see now, so we don't expect this kind of rudeness in the do and people. So we will not talk one let them understand that because now all man will know they come back for what they need to begin see laws teacher bonically. So it's like we just want to take time for let them know see we are not wound, we can put with the dead in the body, those teacher. Because now analysis will take time, people understand see also we come out. Now they first of all look, they say if you know say they go, no say you come out, so you know say they come out, because they always know say one go. So the couple all look back, also come out. Say originally they all prepare ourselves now, also one go, how one salon for. Because we therefore take good time for put the analysis, let people know from day one, from also long from the 60s, take out to the 70s, take to the 80s, now long till we can now enter this past 5 years. This past 5 years, so until then, nobody will do that kicking. Why everybody see and see the driver at the go speed, the driver at the go, nobody, they know they go for the farm. Would I football? When I die, we begin classing the driver, not the driver. Every passenger will decide the Muscat of salute the way that driver carry. We say that part of the user is responsible. You even the talk, then they cost you. You will say, okay, we have the talk, then cost me because as we can be so they will let the driver let go. No, I'm not the driver. We want to talk, we say, hey, driver, so hey, but let them go, not to no more get life, all get life. You go for them. You will be the talk, or you will be see let the driver go, well, go beer. Man, next time we go advise the driver to don't run speed. We they take time for selling. We know the impression, not to work with the look for. Also, the sincerity. Now make the them say so tell them they we didn't understand they watch. If they enjoy the game pass with they said because let them know what each other in the field. Let's come back second thing. Let them know they say for grab our money 5 years. Day in, day out, do audio, can do live on the net, do audio, do so. Get convention at the background, we talk first, we talk 2-3 times for day, not for nothing, not for family, for salon, house salon for better. Naturally, something of we will not to get better family in salon again, but to still get family in salon because every single of family. So we take time, nobody put on pressure for long talk, what to talk, we're on pressure for 5 years. This will get open it, I don't know see. What will be the say, will not be just the grab out of drunkenness or just the grab out of hatred or out of jealousy or envy anybody. We don't have the better for each and every single one. What will need for people? One to work or one thief. We don't have you that thief pan out the wood because in that thief pan first. We go join a road thief like I can't don't join us. So then we can like Victor for the non-thief, they not still do it, still can do it for thief. So we they tell us say, no, all look back. Also about. Let us say helpful for look back also about first. Who said in the start, we can't tell us now, let's start now, 2018, what will be happy? Which place to go to 2019? Take out to this point here, to analyze proper.
You know, Comrade and Kashi, I feel on that. You see, Kashi, I mean, you're an administrator, Comrade, we are strategists, as leaders, when you're in those capacities. So a difficult something the way you talk, your specialty and your background, they always can take, lead in the conversation and how you talk and how you handle certain things. Like when you meet certain people, professionals, when you meet them, immediately the first, as when I begin conversing, you tell the presence, you don't say, oh, this person, that leader is that special kind of person. You know what I mean? So it is difficult for we when we know how seriously we take we job them, Kashi and Comrade. We take we job so seriously, we know they play and compromise the positions. But what's on kill Africa? Now we leaders not take their jobs seriously. This is from both aisle, from the leader, the government them in power, and the one they working in our opposition. Then they toy with we. Then they play we like a toys, bruh. Then they play with we people and because we people them for far too long. Don't know the responsibilities of leaders. Other than they suffer, Kashi, people them. Kashi, you know why these things here? I'm very passionate about these issues. And I'm glad you want to interrupt me, stop me small because, when I think of them people and where they suffer, when I think of the Sierra Leone and where they wake up every day, we don't know so I get for go pull the next meal. And then you get these guys who are making all of this money. These guys are filthy rich, selling a mineral resources. Then sit down and get positions of authority. They are quiet. Our people are suffering. Kashi, somebody right now they born to go the one blood in a cottage hospital. They don't get her. They die. I'm telling you, as we talk so, there are people that are dying of starvation and hunger. But these guys are sitting there. Now leaders them, when they appoint them, they elect them, they go into government, they go for make the lives of the people better. But they like it today, what thing they get? What thing the people get? It's nothing. Look at what's happening with democracy right now, at this particular point in time, in this moment in Sierra Leone. Look at what's happening. Because we get negligent, careless, futile, useless leaders them. We not sabi the responsibility. Comrade Nkashi, 62 years of independence, not to locality. Follow those out there like it today. We can say we don't compare America, we don't compare England, we don't compare all these other countries, to Sierra Leone. We agree. America don't get their independence for over 230 something years. But Kashi, let we go Dubai. Let's go country like Singapore. Let's go to the South Koreas. These are all basket cases. Now we all be the same wahala. 62 years later, we get careless leaders after careless leaders, not sabi the responsibility, some better past the other. But 62 years, this is what we've got. It's painful, man. Ibrahim
Singapore 1965, then they get between them fight for independence because say na Indonesia and Malaysia and Singapore been between the two countries. 65, that's a real 1961 who don't get independence. So Then they were independent from 1961. Then at 65, and then come out. They say those for big country observe. Imagine they come out, they not get nothing, you know, for start. They don't get police, they don't get nothing. 17 man then and then see no petrol revolution. Even from 65 to 2035 years, they're not done for work. Imagine then country not go to get to. We then don't discover diamond as a look from 1930. Then they discover diamond, then they pick and grow. Not to say the one they want to pick and grow 1930. Imagine we get iron or bauxite, we get all the things for make saloon, even big Singapore for the leadership. Singapore, they don't get nothing but leadership. Look Dubai. You don't go Dubai, you don't go see the physically. Dubai 1991, the tallest building at the 2-story of Paris.
Swear to God.
So they go Dubai. Good day. Now leadership, when they ask the man, they say, what make Dubai they should see that leadership? They not talk nothing, they say leadership. Period.
Absolutely.
Leadership with a vision.
Comrade Ibrahim, the excuse about, we talk about that excuse that we say Rome was not built in a day. We talk about this. Ibrahim, the time where it takes the likes of America, England, Germany, and all these developed nations and for develop, it should not take any country, sober-minded country, that long time compared to England and America and all that countries there, because we live in like this, a society right now where everything is available. Like, the world is digitized, Ibrahim.
Absolutely.
Like them days, like it was kind of like, a manual labor.
Yep.
So if Salon serious, it should not take us that time.
Nope.
So that time people tell we say, you know how long it takes in England and America for kind of like get to
Thank you.
So that is like very stupid.
Thank you.
Flimsy excuse.
Thank you, Kashi. Thank you. That is a great point. Delicate today, we have sophisticated machinery, all kind of systems for building the ocean and nothing. You want for breakdown, Kashi. Around we corner na Ostomina, around we corner. Place will be big forest. Believe say this 2-3 days one not day one or this waka. Kashi, that place it is smooth as ice on rocks in the summertime. They don't clear them. Now Oston they go begin building so. Now other estate communities and I guarantee you within 1 year you don't build all those in the door. So this is the times that we're living in. Kashi, what we lack, what's Africa, Sierra Leone, what's our problem? And the people until we open their eyes, it's the leadership, bruh. Yeah. And not only leadership, it's the genuinity. How genuine are these people? Kashi, then people are not get sorry at for we people. But watch the actions of Honorable Cherno Majuba. Watch Jerry Coco. Now, man, this way get sorry at for Salon people. When you get sorry at the passion of the show, your actions, your deeds, how you step out in the public space, what you do at the international realm, the way you represent the people, it they show the kind of a person you be. They go say, hey boy, Ibrahim, they pick on this guy. Yes, he's a freaking leader of the opposition. You know what he mean? Jerry Coco is like the Nancy Pelosi of America or the Schumer right now. The Schumer. Yeah. These are powerful people in America and every part of the world. When you're an opposition leader, you're powerful past the president of the nation.
Absolutely.
Kashi and comrade, if Donald Trump not be meet up a serious Nancy Pelosi, hey, bruh, no problem. Donald Trump was impeached twice. Ebo Kashi Bonaya will say, Madabi, you don't go thief in office. We don't care. Now, Madabi is the president. The buck stops with you.
Yes.
Forging of receipts, double dipping, potential money laundering. But it's impeachable. Kashi, Section 51 of the Constitution gives the members of Parliament the responsibility to impeach a president for misconduct.
Yeah.
For misconduct.
Ibrahim, you know what I've learned over the years?
Shit.
That even the country they are, the England and the America, if they be meet up weak institutions, then they meet up leaders like Boris Johnson and Donald Trump. Trust me, it make our land say every leader in the world now very, very selfish, mortal minded.
Oh yes.
Every leader.
Oh yes.
But
oh, yes.
if you meet up institutions, then we don't hold them to books, Ibrahim. Trust me, they will become just like Madabio. Just like the one they're making this. The reason why Madabio, they like how it is so delicate today, Ibrahim. Now, likes of Cherry Coco.
Absolutely.
The institution.
Absolutely.
Now, they make it how it is so. Now, they beef in ego. Now, they beef this in dictatorship, Ibrahim. No, so that's it. Donald Trump could have been worse than Madabio.
Kashi.
Boris Johnson could have been worse than Madabio. This is not developed democracy anymore.
Kashi and comrade. If you do an area, One man na in the make tank na in Mr. Big Man na in the big tall man. Nobody not stand up to her. And then they continue until the day where somebody they stand up to her and then take her out.
Of course.
You know, all something in there, I let you know before beats the person. But Kashi, when you fet the fet self, I swear to God, the fet self where you fet, you don't inconvenience that person. They don't say, but me I get somebody ready for challenge me. That is life. Kashi and comrade, like you know this back. The Emancipation Proclamation where Abraham Lincoln signed them in 1863. It take over 2 years for less certain parts of the South of America release slaves. This was about slavery. When they say everybody when a slave after the emancipation, you are free. Abraham Lincoln signed them. It take other parts in the South of America, the Mississippi, the Alabamas, then keep slaves then they. Comrade and Kashi, there was a particular guy called Peter. He was a slave. Where they all a slave. He come up from Haiti. He come up from Haiti and they didn't pull him. When they can make a slave. That guy, he deal with his family where they go take him. For go sell him off. That day he go through all his struggles, all in pain and everything. He end up for go finally where the soldier they can save him. The federal troops them save him. He join them. He go fight for emancipate and free in people them na in your village. You see, that is the story of how it should be. The Emancipation Proclamation, when they sign them, they not be able to release the slaves there for 2 years, but people get for fete. Not talk about fete in America. When you look at the whole history, Kashi, just Google that short history between 1863 to 1865. The kind of fete will take place for them finally able for free a lot of slaves them across America. But people stand up. We say this if we're happy with people for be free. Well, that is what we will not get in Sierra Leone, Kashi. We get leaders that will not really care about the will of the people. Kashi, this what in the episode, comrade, we not underestimate. Now the will of the people, this election, they like today, when we see the outcome, so they get so, it is the will of the people, the sheer fortitude, where the people them stand up with education and information and insight. When they stand up and say, hey, we don't see the light. Now, in make like today, the fourth industrial revolution, the power of social media, the distribution of information easily, everybody for access. Now, in save we so they like today, we make SLPP those are in this as tight as they are. It is not for these leaders.
Yeah. It's not about the leaders. No. Not the leaders. Even if the leaders were quiet, they're afraid. They win the Arab and they're afraid. In fact, the Arab when we can catch the rich man, where the rich man for save the people. Now the people are now beginning to say, you don't see this rich man now. They begin to sing Coco go. Now they begin to go stone the Coco down and the thick for themselves. The Arab going pray the rich man, comrade, Ibrahim. This is out there, you know. The people,
I don't want to see.
For the people,
the Arab will see the rich man powerful so much that then the advice people say, no, go near that stick. That rich man is so powerful. Then the advice you now.
Yeah.
We go the say if rich man don't can at the top. We say no, go look for the best study, but we have a pie candles in this rich man alone that is so powerful. Go come with Ibrahim, then remember chief man and then go then select chief man go cage. Chief man.
Yeah.
Mama can go connect, then go cover David Francis.
Yes.
In chief, we be daily. Then we are now say now this chief man, let this chief man go do honest job. Able.
Yeah.
The man who do honest job in the FI, small unit in Ghana, the honest job will go for the country. The man who able for proof in integrity, we even did that the director of finance and intelligence unit. Then I the owner for go to the commission and you expected to do better thing. Who say you don't see food sour on top? You see under, they say no, on top of that sour, just go take under, no more under sweet. Who says that that's what? Food, we on top sour, under the rotten.
Well, just like when you talk so comrade, I hope say like I'm not kind of like saying anything wrong there. It's just like when you take a pedophile, you go give him, you go make it go open us his school.
Yeah.
It's just that, and it is all these things, Ibrahim and comrade. Now make what they say. These things not to accident, not to like natural disaster. These things was pampered and and created by ourselves, by our leaders, these opposition leaders, Ibrahim and comrade. Mohamed Canal was known to all of us, but we refused. You know, comrade, when I can still recall on the 24th of June, comrade Ibrahim, where I see the people were determined. You know, like, it's not that about the swing, you get the reference, we come in here, talk about the which man don't become powerful. The people that then decide, say, okay, Ayobo, we don't need you, go back in the corner first. Now they begin a bank coach come now. The bank will come them. They that man the cocoa when they up this man go take go. The people were determined, comrade. This is the thing will really pain me because the people have suffered in that country. Ibrahim, comrade, people in that country they do not even they look for work right now. It's not possible for me to ever get work under SLPP. This is not the reason we make the thing pain me. Where I hear they say some people and they will take their money for go pay parliamentary and them. Seriously. Anyway, you need to shut up about this talk. Seriously, because when I think about it, how some of their MPs they are now when I remember for go give stipend or give money to, they were part of the plan for Usa they told the elected today. They will mind they go save for me, they go pay them. Una swear money now that get swear money. I have the money. People and they suffer, they die in that country.
When
they talk of country,
exactly. Because you talk about that, I say, can you imagine if we able to come together and say, well, let's contribute money for poorly people within Krube, the slums them,
yes.
And we'll move them outside of. You see, Kashi, listen, I'm not surprised when you talk that in there because what they always say now, politics don't become the industry where the money dey. Now, politics is the main source of employment in the nation. So, if the people where they live good life in Sierra Leone, 90% of them get some form of connection with politics. It is either they are in office of some sort, or if they're in the government outside and they get contracts and this and that, then get affiliations. Yes. You see, so the politics is the number one employer in the nation. And when you get politics as the number one employer in the nation, to God in this day, what you they get? Nah, it's a failed state. A failed state. You see, so I was not surprised why you read Andy, because that is what it is. Can you imagine if these people, when they run for good parliament, then get professions them, they get their skills them. Let's say something like be carpenter, like messina. Economy they thrive. Talk economics. The economy is thriving. Everybody gets another way. This is why we need for practice proper democracy. This is why. Hey, come here,
I can't wait to play music.
Oh, okay. I confused also.
That's music how they come here.
Now, Dr. Olo.
Oh yeah.
That election thing don't come. They don't fool with one thing. They don't fool with two things. Yeah.
Oh, we not to you know. We go pull them day. We go pull them day.
That's a good song.
Yes.
That's a good song.
Yeah. Kashi, comrade, I think she will hit well. I think she will hit. If you continue,
Ibrahim, you see like that point where you talk so like politics now, become everything. In fact, to the extent that like now, even where you now professional, be you lawyer, whatever it is, if you're not connected to politics, you didn't get contract.
No.
Ibrahim, we country lawyers they in that country right now. In fact, when you get case, people are afraid for go to you because when you get case, as if they don't say you get affiliation to APC or whatever, you would never win case in the judiciary. Even you are the best lawyer.
Absolutely.
Ibrahim, we country don't rot in. It is mellow.
Absolutely.
So who is promoting Ibrahim?
Dangerous. Very dangerous time.
That country is nothing. Everything is about politics. Whether you're not doctor, if you're not doctor, if you don't take them, they didn't give you the theater, they didn't give you access to theater. No. So you didn't even get space to go to the theater fast.
Absolutely.
So like you patients now go.
We Ibrahim the talk about say they say people and they want blood. Ibrahim in a blood donor, not salon. But I think I've been the second highest blood donor.
Wonderful.
I tell you 2019.
Thank you.
I'm in airport to sick. I go see it's funny, but it's sorry. If I'm inside corners, then don't get the association. People need to say na registered donor the like where some man they go donate 2-3 units per a day. You know it's in anime. For somebody you need 2-3 units a day.
Mercy.
One green day, then they sell them because we go. People in the way they want blood, they not getting the when they get chairman all the chairman they call the post say get post can donate. If you come back, see 1,400,000.
Wow.
Me, one me possible one blood. Where I go, The lady didn't know for saving, I don't know, because me load in a bank. But the man got me, the man they had the ace of me. Now I see a blood account for. He say no, could I call the chairman? I look there first. This guy can't donate blood for me one thing. Like they call back, he can't donate two. Listen, making that one. I say no, it's not possible. I say they call the bank. I say yes, and I say I don't know now, so we can. I say well, now why you need for 3 months? We donate, why you need to donate? After that, he banned then I continue to kill themselves. I call not to kill themselves.
I swear to God.
And then the people and they remember for the lump and blood donor, we donate that every 90 days. You donate 1 10, you donate 2 10. Then for test you, they know see you get the capacity for get 2 units.
Yes.
Then it's like not to say 1 day, it's like 3 months for get 2 units.
Absolutely.
Not to say now 1 day. But now why units span every 90 days for donate 1 10 every 3 months? Then did this on Monday donate 2 10 per day, Ibrahim. And worst of all, the blood bank no get even blood bag. Ibrahim don't know they do the one donate blood bag no day 2019. One donate blood bag no day. For seeing that the donors they want go donate for like blood in a bag no day.
Wow.
People in that call not and they get chairman so man they donate 2 units a day for 300,000 euros Ibrahim. Imagine. Because stock to no day. People are not even know see blood need donate and 2 units per day. For 3 months, you need to donate 2 units. If for testing, you know, see this will not affect you at all. If we attempt for 2 units from your blood, because I use the pulso. So this country, there is nothing the way you could. Imagine that our donors they need a salon, they want to donate blood, they're not able to donate because blood bag no day. Ordinary blood bag. You know the. So if you know to donor, now you're not certified donor, you need to get blood. You need to get blood. You get for go and post. Go people post.
For the one person you take care of wickedness. Wickedness.
I can imagine.
Salon. Wow. Salon, sorry.
It's sad. It's sad. Well, these are the issues all get Salon people. And these are lots of issues that make Maleke we right now looking at the situation of the country. This nonsense not before happening if actions were taken at the right time. Comrade Nkashi, well, I think so. We'll come back another day. Again, many thanks to everybody across the diaspora. We participate in the protests and everything, you know. We gladly forward. We appreciate you guys for taking the sacrifice. It's a lot of sacrifice, you know, to do that. And when I left on a busy schedule them and everything, and when I come out and stand up for protecting our democracy, when I know say it's worth it, when I see the sufferings and the pains of our people, and we want to tell them, thank you, plenty thank you, you know, for the efforts they for stand up and save the democracy. Thank you. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a beautiful day. All right. Bye-bye.